Hi everyone, this is Atok from the School of Technology and Computer Study BSCS 1A. And for today's video, I am going to create a program that will display my name. So, let's start. I will be using an online C compiler. You can search it on Google and use it. So, first thing we have to do is we can use documentation, which should be you should use a multi-line. You can use a comments, which could be single comment or a multi-line comment. So for me, I will use a multi-line comment. So I will title this create. So in using these comments, you must put slash, then asterisk, then I will put here a create a program that will display your name. Then I will put my name. You can put your name for the documentation section. Atok Lucel and BSCS1. Then for the closing, you should also put asterisk, then slash. Then we will start the program by the header file. So we should start as hashtag include stdio.h. Then what we're going to do next is the main function. Of course, we should have the main function. We will put int main, then open and close parentheses. The next is the bracket. We should put bracket, an opening and open and close bracket. Then we will I will use printf. Then put enter your name. So it should have a quotation mark from the beginning and the end. So we should put also in the end. Then lastly for the touch is a colon, a semicolon. Because if you don't put a semicolon, it will error or not work. And then we should put return 0, then a semicolon again, and then closing bracket for the end. So we will try to run it. So it is said here that program finished with execute 0. Please enter the exit console. So as we try, the program works. So let us enter our name. Let's try to enter my name, AJ Lucel. So we should enter, then try to run it if it will work. So as you can see, it worked. So as you can see, the program displayed my name. So hi everyone, this is Lucel Atok from the School of Technology and Computer Study, BSCS 1A. And for today's video, we're going to answer my activity in Fundamentals of Programming submitted to Mr. Glenn Gombach. So in this activity, we are going to create a program that will multiply, divide, add, subtract two numbers. Then we will be able to make a pseudocode, algorithm, and flowchart on it. So I already have my pseudocode here. So first we must start with begin, then input the two numbers, which is num1 and input num2. Then the product equals to num1 multiplied to num2. Of course, we will use the asterisk sign because it symbolizes multiplication. Then the quotient equals to num1 slash num2. Then sum for num1 plus num2. Then the difference equals to num1 minus num2. Then after that, print product, the quotient, sum, difference, and then stop. So next, I have my algorithm here. So step 1, we must start. Step 2, input the number 1 and num1 or input number 2. Then step 3 is to multiply equals to num1. It's the same as like the algorithm. Divide equals to num1 slash num2. Add equals to num1 plus num2. Subtraction equals to num1 minus num2. Step 4 is print the product, quotient, sum, and the difference. Then the step 5 is stop. So we will be moving on the flowchart. So as you can see here is my flowchart. It starts with a circle which symbolizes the starting point. Then we use the arrow to be able to proceed on what is the next step. Then this parallelogram right here serves as the input, or it should be also output. Then right here the next is rectangle, which serves as the processing. So multiplication equals to a multiplied to b, divide equals to a slash b, sum equals to a plus b, divide equals to a minus b. Then the fourth step is to print the product, quotient, sum, and the difference. So right here it is also an input or the output. And lastly is another oval for the stop. So we will proceed to the creating a program or the coding. So we are here now, and I am using an online compiler. So the first thing we should do is you can put a comments on it, which could be your documentation section. You can write your name, for example my name. So I'm gonna use a single line comment. Then enter Atok, Lucel, BSCS 1A. Then after that, we're going to put, of course, the header file, which is #include cdio.h. Then after that is, of course, our main function, and name. Then a bracket, open curly braces. Then we're going to the declaration part, which is int. So what we're going to do is multiply, divide, or do add and subtract, then enter or int num1. So what are going to use is 10. For example, num1 is equal to 10, then int num2 equals to, we're going to say also 10. Then multiply equals num1 asterisk num2, divide equals to num1 slash num2, add equals num1 plus num2, then subtract equals num1 minus num2. And don't forget always the semicolon at the end, so the program won't error. And then we're going to do, this is the execution part anyways. Then what we're going to do is we're going to use printf. So give it a little space, then printf, open and close parentheses, then multiplication equals to %d over n, then put a quotation at the end and a comma, then multi. Then next is division, printf division equals %d over n, then divide or div. Then we're going to just copy it, printf, then put addition equals to %d, then add. Then last one is the printf subtraction equals to %d over n sub. Then we're going to, of course, return to 0, put return 0, and then the last dash is of course our closing curly brace, because without that the program will not function. So let's try to run it, if it will work. So as you can see in the result, multiplication, so we use the number num1 equals to 10 and num2 is also equals to 10. So if you can see here, multiplication, 10 times 10 is 100, and division, 10 divide 10 equals to 1, which is correct, also correct. Addition, 10 plus 10 equals to 20, which is correct, and subtraction, 10 minus 10 equals 0. So the program, so you can see here that the program is finished with a 0. Please enter to exit console. I'm back again for another tutorial video in fundamentals of programming, and the next thing we need to do in activity 1 is to be able to get the temperature of a city in a Fahrenheit. Degrees is input to the keyboard. Use scanf function in your program to ask the user to input any number or string. Write, and again we are going to write a pseudocode, algorithm, flowchart, and of course the C program to convert the temperature into a centigrade Celsius. So as you can see here, first I will show you the pseudocode on what, in the layout on what we're going to do. So the pseudocode is, first we begin, then input the Celsius. The Fahrenheit equals to 1.8 multiplied to the Celsius, so it will be equal to 32. Then display the function, then stop. And here is my algorithm. So step 1 is of course start. Step 2, input the Celsius. Step 3, Fahrenheit equals to 1.8 degree multiplied to Celsius equal to 32. Then step 4 is to display the function, and step 5 is stop. And lastly is my flowchart. So start, as you can see, it's start symbolizes as the oval circle, then an arrow so we can able to do what is next, then a parallelogram to input the variables, so input num1 and num2, then a rectangle of course to process the given data. So Fahrenheit equals to 1.8 multiplied to Celsius plus 32. Then display the given function by using another parallelogram. So I think it serves as the output. Then stop. So this oval right here is not also a starting point. It can be also used as the stopping point. So we will proceed to the coding. So we are now here in the coding part. So let's start. So of course, first is you could use the documentation section for your name. So we'll put, I will use a single comment. So I'm gonna put my name, Atok, AJ, Lucel, and BSCS 1A. So in using a single line comment, just use double slash. Then of course the next is the header file, which is hashtag include stdio.h. Then next is our main function, int main, then open and close parentheses, then of course our opening bracket for that. So this is we're going to use for the declaration part, float. We use float for the execution part. So float F, which stands for Fahrenheit, then Celsius, then print F, then put please enter a number to convert. Then after that, scan F, then put %F and F. Then next is the declaration part. So Celsius or C equals to Fahrenheit minus 32 multiplied by 5 divided by 9. Then up next is print F, then put the value of the temperature in centigrade Celsius percent 0.6 F plus 2 Celsius, and means comma, then C, then put a semicolon, and then after that we're going to return to 0. Then for the last part is the closing curly bracket. We're going to try to run our program. So as you can see, the text said, and please enter a number to convert. So we will try to convert, for example, 40 degrees Celsius. So the result would be, as given in the text, it said that the value of temperature in centigrade Celsius is equals to 4.44445. So it said that the program finished with x equals 0. Please enter the exit console. So we will try another number. So we can say that we will get it higher, 50. So the value of the temperature in centigrade Celsius is equal to 10. So the program is finished with x equals 0. Please enter the console. So that's for my video, guys. Thank you so much for watching.